Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Eagles franchise, where the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to get into another Super Bowl run. And our star corner, Chris Madden, just got a nice upgrade. A lot of awareness here and a little bit of press in this one. And then our young star defensive tackle, Alonzo McFadden. This is a really nice upgrade. But I wanted to upgrade power rushing, and he got block shedding and finesse moves. That's kind of fun. So yeah, but that's good too. I mean, we need to upgrade everything, and power rushing is his strength right now. I wanted to go into that even more. And then JC Horn is one more guy. He gets a little bit of acceleration, which is nice. Those hard physical traits are always very difficult to upgrade. And then Cam Robinson, who just is one of our best offensive linemen, and he just got even stronger, which is really nice. This pass blocking rating though, I really need that to go up. It just doesn't want to increase a whole lot, which is really sad. And then Chris Haas also getting stronger, +1 strength. That's really nice. He is developing into a top guard in the league right away. It's his second year, I think, and he's already number 13 in the league at right guard. So yeah, we're trying to get that even higher. And then Jalen Gilmore, our dime corner, gets a little upgrade there. Pretty nice one at that. His press is a little low for what I expect of him. And man coverage is never going to be a strength, but I just run man coverage if I'm in nickel or in base personnel. That makes it a little easier. And then Christian Landry also getting an upgrade. And yeah, his throwing ratings are so good. It doesn't even matter anymore that I upgrade him because he has 99 everything already with his accuracies. First game against Washington. We have Drew Groomes with the big arm, the good intermediate accuracy. He still needs to get better in the short areas of the field as well, but they also have Antonio Gibson, their star running back, and then they have signed Michael Thomas, who is not the athlete he once was, but he has reliable hands and he's a good route runner. And then they also still have Curtis Samuel. He never left. They gave him another extension. And he still is a great athlete. Getting older though, so we'll see what that's all about. And then they also have Dyami Brown, who has an abdominal tear and is not going to play today. But he also looks really good. A nice deep threat, complementing the arm of Drew Groomes. And then also JJ Downs, the third receiver today, who is kind of developing right now. His route running needs to get a little better, but looks fine. They have weapons in this offense, and one of them is also Christian Drew with plenty of speed, great catching ratings, and that offensive line looks pretty solid too. And then they drafted Lyle Phelps, a rookie defensive tackle / defensive end in the 3-4 they're running. And he looks really nice. They still have Chase Young, of course, one of the best edge rushers in the game, 97 finesse moves. That's going to be a problem lining up against Sean Keaton today. And then they, in the middle, have Jonathan Allen, and he still is one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Their defensive line looks really strong. I expect that the running game is not going to be working a lot today. They also still have Montez Sweat. I think they also still have Daron Payne along the interior. And then they drafted Malachi Steele, a 90 speed, 90 acceleration linebacker. Looks really promising too. And then the secondary looks kind of weaker. The only really good player is Cameron Curl, I guess. But he's also not like a really special athlete. He's just a good corner covering safety. And we'll see how the Washington football team is going to play here at Lincoln Field. We have an interesting matchup with Yeah, with an offense that looks really solid across the board. They have a lot of playmakers. They have a good offensive line. It's nothing special, but it's good enough that they should be able to compete against our defensive line. And then on the other hand, I expect their defense to be really tough on the running game. And I expect to, be throwing a lot today, as the Washington offense is going to take the field first. But I think that we are going to have to work with a lot of short passes on our offense. First up, Drew Groomes, 2nd and 10, close to his own goal line. He gets it away, and this is Christian Drew. And he already gets a conversion here and a first down, moving them out of their own 20-yard line space thing. And then 2nd and 2 to the sideline. That's a nice catch for Curtis Samuel. And then the double A gap look, they send only one. And Antonio Gibson gets away from Delpit, who missed the tackle. That's 14 yards. And they are moving the ball down the field already. Really solid. 3rd and 10 now. And he throws it into the back of the end zone, and it is broken up by Chris Madden, which leads to a field goal. And Washington takes a 3-0 lead. And Christian Landry now takes the field. He already has 30 plus touchdowns on the season. Looks like an MVP front runner right now. 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Joe Mixon, and that's a nice run. Gets him 11 yards and a first down through the left B gap. 2nd and 1. And play action shot. Not fooling anybody at all. That is Demarius Clifford, the last edge rusher I didn't show you in the team introduction. He looks also like a promising young edge rusher. 3rd and 7 though, and they get the yardage back, get a first down. Doug Washington on the in route. 1st and 10, motion for Mitch Slaughter. And this is an RPO to Slaughter, and he runs it down the left sideline, getting the first down in the process, 12 yards. We're nearing the end of the first quarter already. These two offenses have had great success on offense and slowly working down the field. Upshaw with a nice first down running, 11 yards. And now they go with the empty formation, and Christian Landry pulls it down, runs it in, touchdown Eagles. And that's 7-3 for the Eagles offense now, with a really nice play call. They did not expect the QB draw for Christian Landry, and that's really great play call there. Now Drew Groomes is back out onto the field. Groomes on a 3rd and 5. He gets it away, and Drew is not going to get the first down. Deacon Chancellor with a great tackle. So that leads to a 3 and out. A punt back to Landry there, and this is almost intercepted by Jamin Davis. So that's going to be another 3 and out, and they punt the ball right back to Washington. And by the way, it's only 6-3 because the Eagles missed the extra point, and there is J.J. Downs with a nice... actually, that's Michael Thomas. I'm sorry, I confused the numbers for a second there. Michael Thomas with a nice first down. And there is Curtis Samuel with another first down grab, putting Groomes over 100 yards on the day. We're into the second quarter now. Groomes has lots of time on this play, and wide open is Antonio Gibson running down the left sideline, and that is 28 yards on the reception. 1st and goal from the green zone now, and Gibson just runs it straight up the middle. Touchdown Washington, and they are taking the lead with a nicely executed run up the middle. And Taylor Anderson was too slow to react to that one. So it's 10-6 for Washington. And then the Eagles are taking a shot down the field, and this one is caught 58 yards to Mitch Slaughter. One-on-one coverage, 6'2", 235. He can box out anybody. He is starting here from the slot, matched with a linebacker, if I'm seeing that correctly. And then Christian Landry just launches one downfield. That is a great catch. And he hauls it in at the sideline, keeping his feet in bounds. 1st and goal now, Landry. And he just takes off, To the pylon, into the end zone. Touchdown, Landry. Second rushing score of the day. Retaking the lead for Philadelphia. And that was way too easy. They had man coverage across the board. Jamin Davis not fast enough to stop Landry from getting into the end zone there. And the Eagles are retaking the lead in this game. 5.5 minutes left in this game for Groomes. Great protection. He gets it away, and that is J.J. Downs with a first down. 3rd and 7 now in field goal range. Can they get the first down here? And Groomes is going to be sacked. It's a 14-yard loss. Alonzo McFadden gets in there. It's a coverage sack, and they are adding a field goal. 56-yarder is good. And now Landry is going to be sacked right there. Chase Young and Montez Sweat, the Uber athletes, take down the quarterback. Close to the 2-minute warning. They have to punt it back. Great field position for Groomes now after a punt deep from their own half. And Groomes gets it away, but it is deflected. And Mike Middleton picks it off. And that's a first down, Eagles. And that is just a gift for Christian Landry. 1st and 10, gets it away on the corner route. It's Nolan Graham. First down, Eagles. 23 yards at the sideline. Getting out of bounds to, that's actually 25 yards. 1st and 10, Matt Upshaw to the left side. Wide open, jukes out the safety, and that's 18 yards. Caught from behind by Davis. But first down, Eagles inside the green zone. And now they are mismanaging the clock. They forgot to take timeout with 10 seconds remaining, and the half is over. So they kind of were not aware that the clock was running out on them. So it's a tight game at halftime, 13-13. But the Eagles should be leading this one. They were close to scoring on that last possession, and they should be leading it by a touchdown. We're looking at another game around the league. The Cowboys finally getting back on track in this season. They had a pretty awful start to the season, but now they're finding their groove finally and getting back into this race for second place in the division, or I guess for the wild card round. And then another interesting game is Joe Hart again lighting up another team with 3 touchdowns in the first half. Looks pretty good to me. And then 2 young quarterbacks battling against each other in a game that's tied at 7 at halftime. Not a lot of offense in that one. But 1st and 10 to start the 3rd quarter. And that is Matt Upshaw with a 13-yard gain and a first down. 1st and 10 for Joe. No, that's actually a play action shot. And that is caught by Devontae Smith, who has not had a catch in the first half. And there is an injury on the play, and that looks like a big one. Chase Young getting checked out at the sideline, probably going to come back later, but for now he's out. 2nd and 11, Landry, play action shot again, and that's caught by Doug Washington. That's a first down. It's about 12 or 13 on that one. 1st and 10, Landry, and he tries to escape, but nowhere to go. It's Demarius Clifford. Crushing Sean Keaton's block right at the right second, and they just throw it up into the end zone, and Devontae Smith in double coverage can't bring it down. It's a punt back to Washington, deep in their own territory from his own end zone. He gets it away, and that is a first down. Actually, that's not a first down. That is 4th down, and they have to punt it back to the Eagles, who now have not as great field position as you thought they should have. And then a one-on-one, and he just completely airmailed it for Devontae Smith. It's an interception for Cameron Curl. Talked about him as the only guy in that Washington secondary that looks pretty solid. And he gets the interception right there. He was coming over a lot faster than Landry anticipated. And Devontae Smith did not have a chance at that one, as Antonio Gibson runs it upfield and gets a first down. Now 3rd and 10 from the midfield logo. Standing tall is Drew Groomes. One-on-one shot at the sideline, and that is incomplete. Broken up by a couple defenders there. Great play. They have to punt it back. Game still tied at 13. And Landry gets it away, and he has Mitch Slaughter, and he's breaking away from the secondary, and that is a huge first down, 53 yards on that one. Great play by Christian Landry, standing tall there, taking the hit, but delivering the throw. And then he just turns upfield again, running toward the end zone. Touchdown number 3. Landry has 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. Nothing's open. He has to take off because pressure is coming in from all angles. This defensive front is no joke to block. And now it's a 20-13 game as Michael Thomas has a first down and then some, 18 yards on that catch. They're moving the chains into field goal range. And to start the fourth quarter, we have a 2nd and 6. That one is caught too. But there is an injury on the play, and that is a big one. Alonzo McFadden leaves the game into the locker room, and he is not going to be coming back. 1st and 10 for Groomes inside the red zone, and somehow Horn did not intercept that. I don't know how, but it was the battle of former Carolina players here. Curtis Samuel comes away with the football. And then 2nd and 3, man coverage across the board, wide open, and this is way too easy. Touchdown Washington, they tie up the game. And another injury on Clay Riley, but thankfully it's not that bad. 1st and 15, Doug Washington breaks 1 tackle, and that's 23 yards, moving them close to midfield already. 9 minutes left in the game. And the Eagles are moving the chains right now. 3rd and 6. And Landry lets it fly down the field. Devontae Smith, and it is broken up. And that was not even close to a completion. And that is a 67-yard field goal try for Jake Elliott. He has it right down the middle, and it falls a couple yards short. He had the wind at his back. He might have almost gotten it, but it just did not work out. Great field position for Washington, and they moved the chains on a 16-yard completion to Christian Drew Groomes with a close bunch to the right now, and he has wide open Curtis Samuel, and he's shoved out of bounds by Chris Madden. Can't turn the corner on Chris Madden, who has that great speed. 1st and goal, up the middle, touchdown Washington. It's Antonio Gibson. And Washington is taking the lead with 7 minutes left in this game. 7-point lead, and motion for Matt Upshaw. It's a bubble screen, and he turns the corner, runs upfield, and then dead leg. He gets a couple extra yards, but is caught from behind. Beautiful dead leg there, and beautifully turned the corner with his great speed. That's a first down into Washington territory. Now 3rd and 3. Christian Landry has a man wide open. This is Justin Douglas, and he's taken down. And I thought he should have ran over Cameron Curl. You're a 6'5" dude. Get the touchdown right there. 24 yards still. 1st and 10. Matt Upshaw up the middle. Perfect blocking down to the 3. That's 13 yards. And while we could not get the run going at all with Joe Mixon, we could get it going with Matt Upshaw. And finally, a successful run play for Joe Mixon into the end zone and tying up this game at 27. 3rd and 8 for Groomes. 3-man pressure, gets it away. It's Christian Drew, and he breaks a tackle too, 22 yards. And he crosses 300 passing yards on the day. Now 2nd and 10 from the midfield logo. Antonio Gibson chooses to run outside, but that was a horrible decision. Mike Middleton all over that one. Nice TFL. 3rd and 11. Drew Groomes double slants. Gets it away, and it is deflected by his own teammate. Michael Thomas should have just left the ball there. That is a punt back to Christian Landry, and he's sacked by, I don't know who wears number 90, but that's a sack for Washington. Was that Montez Sweat? I'm not sure. 3rd and 16, Landry, corner route, down the sideline. It's Nolan Graham, and he's got the first down. Beautiful pass on the corner route to the tight end. That was a perfect dime in the bucket. Over the head of the linebacker and just outside of the safety. Couldn't get to it. 3rd and 10 now from the 35. Can't take a sack here. 3rd and 10. He's going down and Washington recovers. And it is taken back. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. No catching up to him. Touchdown Washington. Taking the lead with 19 seconds on the clock. And that was pretty embarrassing if you're asking me. You can't take a sack there. And then he also fumbles it. Wow, what a loss. 2nd and 10 and 7 seconds left. Can you get down there? No, you can't. There is never in this entire world enough time. It's 3 seconds and basically a Hail Mary try. They don't try a Hail Mary. It's 4 verts. It's a one-on-one in the end zone. And Devontae Smith has a shot and he does not come down with it. The game is over. I thought for a moment that he might have caught that one. There was a one-on-one in the end zone. Can you believe it? That is ridiculous. Should have been at least 2 guys there to cover Devontae Smith. But he's just not the contested catch guy. He's the guy that runs away from you with his elite separation abilities and great speed. That was a pretty disappointing loss, and Christian Landry did not throw a touchdown for the first time probably in his entire career, I guess. Antonio Gibson, that was fun. We could not get it going with Joe Mixon at all. We had 3 or 4 nice carries with Matt Upshaw there. That was fun, but really not get the running game going at all. Mitch Slaughter had a huge game. Doug Washington had a lot of catches. Nolan Graham had a few nice catches in there. That was fun. And then Christian Drew. There's a lot of players that got targets today. And then for the defense, we have that was Demarius Clifford with 2 sacks, and he also had the fumble return touchdown. And then number 90 was that Lyle Phelps. I'm not sure. Interceptions for Cameron Curl and Mike Middleton, and the forced fumble was a nickel blitz that I did not see coming at all. That was really surprising. I did not think that there was a guy that was fast enough to catch up to me. As Sean Keaton gets another strength upgrade, that is ridiculous. And yeah, he is now a top 10 tackle in the league. Top 10 left tackle in the league. And the bigger loss today is even Alonzo McFadden is gonna miss the next 2 weeks after this one. So that's pretty bad. But we have, I guess, we have Bobby Armstead and Clay Riley. And then Cam Robinson. I already talked about him earlier, and I said that he's one of our best defensive linemen. And I think he is the actual best one. I think he is the most solid player on that offensive line. And I think 4 years, $48 million is a really good deal. And a lot over the fair offer, which was just embarrassingly low. And then, of course, dude, this was on the offensive line. You can just... That is just... that defensive line is just too strong. I don't know how do you defend that. I tried to do it with the short passes, but I was just getting sacked left and right, or actually getting pressure left and right. I managed to avoid a lot of sacks with throwaways and stuff, but it just did not work out. And we still got sacked like 6 times. That was, yeah, learning curve is the word you gotta use there, I guess. But yeah, we are going to try it with the passing game against the Panthers again, because yeah, that's what we are. We are a passing team. We have Christian Landry with 99 accuracies across the board. I love it. He's just a great quarterback. We are having an upgrade here for Deacon Chancellor, and that is a really nice one because you upgrade a little bit of everything. and his coverage still is kind of a weakness, but his run stopping is getting better and better, and he is complementing nicely with the skill set of Mike Middleton. The Panthers have Max Gordon, a big arm with not a lot of mobility. They still have Christian McCaffrey, which is really fun because he's still a top 10 running back in this league, still has great athleticism, and they also have DJ Moore as their number 1 wideout with great speed, great route running abilities, and good hands. So that is a threat on the outside. Then they have Otis Hopkins as their number 2, which is kind of a surprise because he should not even be like a number 4 receiver. But the Panthers just don't have any other receivers. And then Ezekiel Blair, who they drafted a couple of years back, I think, who has nice hands but just can't separate enough. And then the offensive line is the weakest in the game by far. They have a horrible offensive line. The defense just looks really good. Brian Burns is one of the better edge rushers in the game. Derek Brown on the interior. I imagine that running is going to be tough again today with his elite block shedding abilities. In the middle, he's just gonna eat double blocks on double blocks. And then they have the rest of the front seven doesn't look too interesting, but they have a nice secondary with CJ Henderson and Josh Bailey. Looks really nice too. He had an interesting build, 5'9", but 207, with good athleticism and good man coverage. And then the backs at the back end, it's Jeremy Chin with his great speed and coverage abilities, but also good hit power. He's just a really solid safety, and should be playing in the box as well. So I expect this to be a win for the Eagles. This should not be close. They have a good rookie quarterback. They were in the playoffs last year, but this receiving core is just nothing that special. They have DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, but the tight end situation doesn't look great, and the rest of the receivers are kind of below average. And the offensive line looks pretty bad. I think they have 2 starters that are like 62 overall. And Max Gordon is having a pretty bad season. 9 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Look pretty awful. But I guess 2,000 passing yards don't look that bad. But I guess if you're behind by so much, you have to start throwing it a lot. And this is trouble. Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if we have the linebackers to cover this guy. I think you need slot corners to cover this guy. Should run a lot of nickel and dime to defend Christian McCaffrey, and he has got another catch, but this one's shy of the sticks. And 4th down, they have to punt it back punt it away to the Philadelphia Eagles, who have Christian Landry out onto the field now. And let's see how we're doing today. 2nd and 1, empty backfield, and this is Devontae Smith on a nice lob pass there, and he's got the 1st down, moving them into Panther territory. 21 yards, the best receiver on the team and probably in the league too, as Matt Upshaw has a huge opening up the middle, and he's tackled at the 11. 28 yards for Matt Upshaw, and a 1st down for the Eagles inside the red zone. 3rd and 7 now from the green zone. Christian Landry throws it, crossbody, or actually I get on the run, and this is a touchdown for Devontae Smith. Beautifully executed, but I think he could have ran it in probably himself too. 7-0, and the Panthers are having the ball back, and somehow everybody forgot about Christian McCaffrey. That's his 3rd or 4th catch today already, and they are moving the chains into Eagles territory. From the midfield logo, standing tall is Max Gordon, and 1st down, Ezekiel Blair. 13 yards, and they're moving the chains again. We're racing toward the end of the 1st quarter, and 3rd and 2, and they did not get it. Christian McCaffrey is shy. And Deacon Chancellor just made a nice tackle there. Panthers settle on a field goal. So it's 7-3 now. And on the corner route, it's Doug Washington with a 25-yarder. And that is a completion toward the sideline and the first down. Christian Landry to the end zone. And that is actually caught at the 1. And Devontae Smith is having already a great day. Starting the second quarter, he's already at 55 yards. First and goal, and Joe Mixon to the outside, and he is not going to outrun Shaq Thompson. It's a 6-yard loss. What a play by the middle linebacker. Second and goal, Christian Landry double slants, and this is caught. Way too easy, Mitch Slaughter. And there is an injury on the play. Brian Burns is going to sit at the sideline, so it's not as bad. And then we have Otis Hopkins, 14 yards, first down. Gordon crosses 100 on the day. Second and 10. Got to move the sticks, and you can't because this is James Smith with a sack. And now third and 16. Can you convert this one? Gordon going down again, and this is Bobby Armstead, who did not play much in the last game, but now because of the injury to Alonzo McFadden, he's getting a chance and he's sacking the quarterback. And it's actually kind of sad that he didn't play in the last game because the fun part would have been he was drafted by Washington, as Mixon has a 15-yard run up the middle there. But now third and 10. It looks like a 4-man pressure motion for Nolan Graham. It is a 4-man pressure. And over the middle, this is Devontae Smith wide open and catching the first down, 16 yards. Now first and 10 from the field goal range. And Landry is scrambling again. Everything wide open. And he throws it down the field. Touchdown, Eagles. He could have ran for the first down easily. He maybe even would have had a touchdown, but he decided, oh my God, my guy is one step ahead of the DB, and I am going to use that one. And that was a beautiful throw and catch at the sideline. And Devontae Smith is showing off why he is the best receiver in the game. Look at this toe drag there against the boundary. First and 10 now for Otis Hopkins. This is a first down, 12 yards on the reception. And now two tight ends and a fullback. And it's a play action fake, and nobody was faked at all. And that is Grant Delpit with Lionel Rhodes and Deacon Chancellor right behind him. No chance for Gordon to throw anywhere. He was sacked before he could even turn around. Beautiful by the Eagles defense. And that is going to be a punt back to the Eagles offense. And first and 10 over the middle. That is Justin Douglas, first down. And we're at the 2-minute warning with that one. Nice catch up to the 42-yard line. That's about, 16 yards. Third and 10, Christian Landry needs to get this to the sideline here on the comeback, but he overthrows his target. And they have to punt it back. And Shaq Thompson is injured, but it's not as bad, so he's going to come back later. And J.C. Horn just let somebody get behind him. It's DJ Moore. And this is what you're afraid of. The ex-Panther got beat in press again, and that was pretty awful. And then on the other side, we did not have press, and still they got beaten. This is Otis Hopkins on the touchdown. But if you paid attention there on the left side, J.C. Horn got beaten by DJ Moore again. We just had good safety coverage over the top, so it was kind of okay. We did not have the great safety coverage on the other side. First and 10 for Christian Landry. We have 40 seconds on the clock, and this is caught by Nolan Graham, muscling it away from Jeremy Chin. Great play. And first down at the sideline there. Now inside the field goal range. Look at that catch. He was covered perfectly by Chin. He even got to swat on the ball, and Nolan Graham just has such strong hands that he held on to it nonetheless. And now Landry's taking off. He has lots of room down the left sideline, and that is 22 yards. First down, Eagles at the 3. And out of bounds, so you can even save the timeouts. 3rd and goal, and that is incomplete. Great play by Shaq Thompson. 4th down and goal, and now you just got to take the field goal, I guess. But of course, if you're enjoying this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as we have a kind of dominant offensive showing for the Eagles. But the Panthers had some plays where you thought, okay, maybe they can come back in this one, as the Dolphins put 38 points up on the Patriots defense. That is kind of ridiculous. And then around the league, we have a few more scores, but nothing that's that interesting. 3rd and 4 over the middle, and that is Matt Upshaw, and he drops it. Drafted as a receiver, as a deep threat, and he drops the football on a slant. Are you kidding me? 2nd and 4, nowhere to go for Christian McCaffrey after the punt. And that is a great TFL by Mike Middleton, who's back from injury. So finally, somebody that we can plan on. And finally, J.C. Horn showing up in this game, breaking it up for DJ Moore. Pressure coming in for Landry, gets it away, and that's Devontae Smith on the post, and that's 19 yards and a first down. 3rd and 9 for Landry, and he gets it away. One-on-one coverage, Devontae Smith, and he's got it against Josh Bailey. First down, 59 yards. Wow, he got behind Bailey by a half a step, I think. That was off coverage by like 10 yards, and Devontae Smith still overtook him. And that throw was bonkers. Dropped it right in the bucket. Bailey even had a chance to deflect it, but he was just out of range, just about by a few inches. And now there's almost an interception on 3rd down. So the Eagles are taking the field goal here. And wide open, somebody missed badly. That is Ezekiel Blair. And the Panthers enter right back. Touchdown, Panthers. And they cut into this lead. It's a 10-point lead after that touchdown. Now we have a motion for Matt Upshaw, and that was from a Wildcat. So Joe Mixon just had a successful completion, 15 yards to Matt Upshaw. That was a nice surprise. But now the quarterback is back in, and he has his man not open at all. That's Josh Bailey, and he's got the interception. Wow, what a play for Bailey. Landy was just like a 10th of a second too late on that curl route, and Devontae Smith couldn't come towards the ball far enough. And so that's an interception and a completion for Max Gordon here with a first down. And now they're at the goal line, 2nd and goal. And in the back of the end zone, or actually at the front pylon, that's caught by Otis Hopkins. And that was a coverage mismatch, of course. Lionel Rhodes is not a cover linebacker at all. And even if he was, he's still a linebacker against a receiver. Now it's a 3-point game. In no time, the Panthers turned their luck around, profiting from the interception. 1st and 10 now for Landry, and he's sacked again! Taken down from behind. Yetur Gross-Matos and Alec Brackett in the backfield. 3rd and 13. And Landry has a clean pocket to operate from. No, he does not. And he turns it upfield. And he runs down the sideline. And he's got the first down. 20 yards for Christian Landry. First down at the edge of field goal range. And now Joe Mixon on 3rd and 3. And the open rushing lane closed down quickly with Yetur Gross-Matos. 4th down and 2. And they are going for it. This is a horrible play call. Joe Mixon taken down for a huge loss again. And that was Alec Brackett this time. But Panthers get out onto the field. Close bunch to the left. Four-man pressure. Gordon standing tall, delivering the throw. This is Ezekiel Blair. First down, 20 yards. And just like that, the Panthers are in field goal range. Just like that, they have a shot to take the lead after being down by 3 scores. Mike Middleton with a nice stop there. 4th down and 1. Are you just going to take the field goal? Yes, they are. And now Matt Upshaw is returning the kickoff, and he is up the middle, and that's a fumble that is recovered by Lionel Rhodes, thankfully, but the Panthers almost had the football there in field goal range. That would have been kind of ridiculous. Landry scrambling to the outside, taking the free yardage, trying to juke out the corner there. It almost worked if there hadn't been like 3 other guys. But it's a first down nonetheless. And now from the midfield logo, Landry is getting pressured, and this is almost intercepted. Wow, that was close. But they have to punt it away. And now 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. Deep shot, one-on-one. DJ Moore with an unbelievable catch against, you guessed right, J.C. Horn. Is this the moment where you're benching J.C. Horn? This guy can't contain anybody. And this is Christian McCaffrey to the left side. And they are just taking the field goal on that 3rd down. That was a pretty bad decision to run it on like 3rd and 6 or something. So the Eagles get the ball back with about 80 seconds left. Completion, first down on that first throw. Landry now deep in his own pocket, and Matt Upshaw has a completion at the sideline. There's just 5 yards, a minute left, and wide open. It's Devontae Smith behind the defense, and he is gone. 57 yards, and he's got another deep score. Devontae Smith takes the lead for the Philadelphia Eagles. And now the Panthers have a half a minute left, 2 timeouts to get back into this game. They need to get a touchdown because a field goal won't do him any good. And now DJ Moore at the sideline. Beautiful catch. And he gets upfield. And why is Coco Washington celebrating DJ Moore? I can't believe it. 3rd and 5. You need to get this one. And Max Gordon throws it in the end zone, and it is broken up by Chris Madden. Finally, somebody covering DJ Moore. 4th down and 5. Max Gordon, clock hits 000, and this is almost caught by the tight end, but it falls incomplete, and the game is over. Eagles win 34-30, but they quickly fell apart in the 3rd quarter. That was kind of ridiculous. Christian Landry with that pick to Josh Bailey. That was a pretty bad decision. And they immediately converted it into a touchdown, tying up the game. Or almost tying up the game. And then a couple of minutes later, they get the field goal, tying up the game for real. Wow, that was a great performance by Max Gordon. I gotta say, man. I gotta hand it to them. But the only rushing success we had today was with Matt Upshaw and Christian Landry again. But our main running back, Joe Mixon, there was just no space at all to run it today. And we win the game ultimately because of this. 262 and 3 receiving touchdowns for Devontae Smith. Ezekiel Blair, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey. We could not stop this offense at all today. I mean, we could stop it in the first half. I don't know what happened in the second half. But I think J.C. Horn really messed up there. And then we had a few sacks down the board. That was pretty nice. And then Josh Bailey gave up 2 deep balls to Devontae Smith. But also got the interception that got him back in the game. Yeah, he just needs to get a little better with press, because that was a pretty horrible decision to run press there on Devontae Smith. He just straight up beat him for a walk-off touchdown, basically. And I think that the Eagles defense needs to really get it together finally, as we have a speed upgrade for Jamie Bennett, which is really fun because he's 5'11", 235, and he now has 92 speed. This guy can run over some people. I think he's going to develop nicely. This guy is a fun power back, I say. And yeah, Landry had a nice game, I'd say. Was not that bad. Could have gotten a little bit more completions or something like that, but looked pretty good. And then we only allowed 1 sack as a team, so that was pretty fun to see. The offensive line held it together. Brian Burns did not get a sack at all in this game. And we have another injury in the 4th quarter on, I think, a kickoff or something. Thaddeus Moss pulled his groin, and he's going to be out for 3 weeks after this one. And then Devontae Smith with that stat line, 262 and 3 touchdowns, obviously getting Player of the Week in the NFC. And then we have Mike Middleton's contract up. I think he's earned it. I think he is showing that he is a very capable run stopper and also very solid in coverage. He's no Luke Wagner, but he is good enough, and I'm giving him $75 million over 5 years, which you never do for a linebacker. But I think that he is showing these past this season and like the last half of the last season, he was really good, and he's lighting up the league with his TFLs. He gets them behind schedule. They have to have like 3rd and 12s and stuff like that, and that just leads to bad throws by opposing quarterbacks, and that is just valuable because we have a good secondary. And we are getting a lot of sacks out of that. So I really like the role that Mike Middleton is playing on this defense. He is really the captain of the defense in the middle there. And yeah. And then we have a short week. And so we need to beat the Cowboys and commit 1 or fewer turnovers. Let's see about that. But the Cowboys completely turned it around. I think they were 3-5 at some point, and now they're 6-5. So they are trending up, and we get a breakout chance for Bobby Armstead. So there is something interesting happening. He just needs 1 sack, 1 TFL, 1 of something. That looks fun. We're getting that breakout chance. And just as I was talking about how valuable Mike Middleton is, he's injured again. Dislocated shoulder, out for this week. That hurts so much. But I guess more playing time for Lionel Rhodes and Coco Washington, splitting his roles into run stopper and pass coverage. And Lionel Rhodes developing nicely. He is a coverage liability, but he has some blitzing upsides too. And then James Smith, in the wake of Alonzo McFadden's injury, he looks pretty solid, gets in the backfield, gets a nice upgrade here. And I think that he is probably going to be a pretty good pass rusher in the near future. I'm trying to develop him, but it's not that easy because he has just normal dev. And then backup offensive lineman upgrading, +2 pass block. I would love it if we could get that for Travis Maynard. For once in his life, but we can't, apparently. So Keith Farrell looks like a solid guard to have as a backup at least. And then Thaddeus Moss is going to be out for a while, but develops his blocking and receiving abilities in this one too. He looks really good as a second tight end / second fullback, I guess his role is now. And then we have an upgrade for James Wiggins, and this is a huge upgrade. There is lots of ratings going up, and the most important one of them, acceleration +1. Yeah, he looks really fun. And then Devontae Smith, after such a monstrous week, we're getting him an upgrade. +5 break tackle, +2 stiff arm, +2 trucking, +1 release, and +1 strength. He just got a whole lot better after the catch. And we already know that he's an elite receiver, but now he is also becoming an elite run after catch threat. Cowboys still quarterbacked by Dak Prescott. I think we all know this Cowboys offense by now. It's still the same team. It has been for years. Ezekiel Elliott is the running back, 30 years old, getting up there in age, but still looking solid. They also have Philip Malone as his eventual replacement, who looks pretty nice. Then they still have Amari Cooper. It's been years and years and years of his play, and he still looks like a really good route runner, but yeah, getting up there in age. And then they also still have CeeDee Lamb with good athleticism, great catching ratings, elite route runner down the field and in intermediate spaces. And then they got themselves in the last offseason Kadarius Toney, a really explosive athlete, a good deep threat. And then they obviously still have Casey Madden in his 4th year. Great athlete, great slot receiver, and he's going to play in this game again. And hopefully he matches up with his brother Chris Madden again. And I'm showing you this guard because this is the weak link against on the offensive line. This is the weak link. Everybody else is stronger than him and more developed. That offensive line is no joke. And then they have DeAndre Lindsay, who is looking like a really promising young edge rusher. They signed Josh Sweat after we let him go last offseason. Looks pretty balanced there. And I think in the first game of the season, he got a sack as, kind of revenge probably. Then they have Chris Wise. They still have Leighton Vander Esch. And a nice linebacking core, good front seven. And obviously, they still have Micah Parsons, who is a ridiculous athlete, a generational talent at the position. And his position is all over the defense, I guess. With those ratings, with that athleticism, he could play safety. And corner probably too. Trayvon Diggs is the top corner. I think they still got Kelvin Joseph. I'm not sure. And at the back end, it's Juan Thornhill and Zay Bowen. So that defense also is no joke. This is a competitive Dallas team. They are down by 4 wins on the division race, but they are dangerous. And they are rolling right now. I think they come off a 3 or 4 game win streak. And really scared without Alonzo McFadden, who is going to disrupt this offensive line. The Cowboys are going to go on offense first, and Dak is just having a ridiculous season. 30 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions in 11 games. That is unbelievable. 2nd and 4. And Dak gets it away, and this is caught by Tommy Tremble. They got him too, I totally forgot. That is their number 1 tight end, and he is just like the number 5 weapon on the team. 1st and 10, Dak Prescott, play action shot at the sideline. It's Tommy Tremble again. And if everybody else is covered, gotta go with Tommy Tremble. And this is where we really are missing Mike Middleton. But finally, somebody goes up and gets a run stop here. It was Lionel Rhodes, and now he's injured. Does not look good. Going into the locker room. So that's 2 linebacker injuries. I guess now it is Tyler Stokes' time. And that is 4th down. Great run stop, or open field tackle rather. Quadricep strain for Lionel Rhodes. Yeah, it is Tyler Stokes' time. The 5th linebacker getting playing time now. 4th and 2, and they are going for it. They are aggressive. They want to get this one. And this is Ezekiel Elliott running over Taylor Anderson. And this is where we miss Mike Middleton. I'm telling you. And that is not a wide open touchdown. I don't know how he did not get in there, but it's still an 18-yard gain. And now they're at the goal line. And this is a fullback dive. Touchdown Cowboys. And they are leading this game 7-0. Running down the field in no time. Christian Landry has even more touchdowns, but almost 3 times as many as interceptions as Dak has. So we'll see how this is going to go. Christian Landry, play action shot, 4-man pressure, gets it away. Caught by Nolan Graham, falling ahead, and that is 19 yards on the reception. Nolan Graham, I think, is basically Tommy Tremble, I'd say, from an athletics standpoint. At the sideline on the corner route, that's Doug Washington. Great catch at the sideline for the young slot receiver. 3rd and 1, close bunch to the right. Christian Landry, and he scrambles and throws it across the middle, and that should have been picked off. That was a horrible decision. That's a field goal for the Eagles, but nothing else was open, and he was not going to get the first down on the ground, so yeah. And that is 19 yards to Casey Madden at the sideline. Great catch. Great concentration. 2 tight ends, but they're going to throw it. And Dak is trying to scramble away, and that is Bobby Armstead. And now he already, in the first quarter, has gotten his breakout. And that was way too easy. He was lined up against the guard that I showed you earlier. He is the weak link. And I think that his weaknesses match up with the strength of Bobby Armstead. So you should expect a little bit of pressure. But the rest of the offensive line is just so good that it's not going to help anybody. And that is a huge run for Christian Landry and a first down. That is a huge play after the punt by the Cowboys. And now Landry, oh wow, nobody open. And that's a sack for the Cowboys. And a 58-yard field goal try. And that one is right down the middle, and it is no good, I guess. Good field position for the Cowboys, and Ezekiel Elliott has a huge run, 19 yards. Crossed 50 already. If we allow 200 rushing yards to Ezekiel Elliott, you know what's up, and that is a touchdown right between the zones. That was cover 3, and it is Casey Madden, and he is still being a nightmare to defend. 2nd and 8, and Landry tried to scramble, nothing open, got sacked. It's Josh Sweat in the backfield, and Darnay Holmes was in there too, I think. 2nd and 5, Dak Prescott after the punt. They get the ball back, and this is Casey Madden, 19 yards over the middle. This guy is just so dangerous working against all these short zones there. 2nd and 8, Dak Prescott dumps it off to his running back, and Ezekiel Elliott gets the first down. And we are missing Mike Middleton right now. And Dak is finally going down. It's Clay Riley in the backfield, who's also seeing some more playing time now in the wake of McFadden's injury. And now Dak to the back pylon. It's a touchdown. Amari Cooper. And he scores with 2 minutes left in this halftime. Or in this half. 2 minutes before halftime, I wanted to say. 3rd and 10, Landry on the dig route, and that's caught by Devontae Smith. First down, 15 yards. And they are moving the sticks now. 3rd and 10. Can you move the sticks again? Throws it up. Corner route. It is caught by Jamie Boston. And that was a ridiculous throw and catch. 2nd and goal. Pressure coming in. Gets it away. Slant. Caught. Mitch Slaughter. Touchdown. Eagles. And they cut into this lead. Finally, make it an 11-point lead now. But still half a minute left. And Casey Madden running free, breaking a tackle. And that's a first down, 23 yards. Close to midfield. And Cowboys take a timeout. Still one of them left. 8 seconds left. Can you get into field goal range? Gets it away. And this is caught. Timeout, Cowboys. And that is at the edge of field goal range. 54-yard field goal try for the Cowboys. And it is good. And the Cowboys lead 14 points, lead by 14 points at halftime. Eagles need to do better than that. That is a embarrassing first half on defense. The offense kind of, was not all that great either. But we have a Thursday night game, so there's only one game played somehow. I'm not sure how that is working, but maybe this is the Thanksgiving weekend. Oh, the Lions playing, yeah, right. And they lost big time against Justin Fields and the Bears. Bobby Harrington not leading the Lions anywhere. 2nd and 7, Christian Landry throwing it over the middle. It's Justin Douglas, and now can you cut into this lead? By the way, Landry had an awful first half. He is below 50% completion percentage. And Landry over the middle. It's Doug Washington, and that's a first down, 19 yards. And finally, some offense by the Eagles. Maybe you need to target these other receivers here. As 5-man pressure, he gets it away. Mitch Slaughter turns upfield. Trayvon Diggs tried to pick it off and came up empty. 2nd and 7. Landry nowhere to go. And that is Osa Odigizua. And that is probably ending a drive. And that is bad news. Dislocated hip for Cam Robinson. The Eagles add a field goal after that sack. So it's now an 11-point game again. And Dak, 3rd down. And he did not get the first down on this one. But 4th and inches. And they are in Eagles territory, but they are punting. So 1st and 10 and a chance for the Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith behind Darnay Holmes racing down toward the goal line. It's an 83-yard touchdown. What happened? That was a horrible decision on the press there. And now the Cowboys moving quickly into Eagles territory at the sideline. It's caught! What a catch. Dude. Dak Prescott, 19-23. Tommy Tremble, 5th catch of the day, closing in on 100 receiving yards. 3rd and goal. They dump it off to Ezekiel Elliott. Nowhere to go. It's a TFL for Grant Delpit. 4th down, and they have to take the field goal and make it a 1-score game. And now 3rd and 10. Landry, nowhere to go. Everything's covered up, and he goes down. And that is Josh Sweat again. Now they punt it away, give it back to the Cowboys. And Ezekiel Elliott jukes out one guy, breaks one tackle, gets the first down. That's 10 yards. He's over 100 yards on the day, by the way. 1st and 10. And Dak Prescott got it away just before he was sacked. And I think that is going to be against the Eagles. With a roughing the passer call on, I think that was Alex Soto, or maybe it was Dalvin McCall. Yeah, that's right. 1st and goal. Dak hands it off to Zeke into the end zone, and we are missing Mike Middleton. We are badly missing Mike Middleton and his run defense. This is an awful showing for the Eagles defense. 14-point deficit, 5 minutes left. Over the middle, it's Mitch Slaughter. And he got the first down. That's 28 yards. And a start to this drive at least. 2nd and 10. Landry scrambling outside. Throws it over the middle. On the run. Great play. 17 yards for Doug Washington. Now 3rd and 5 at the edge of field goal range. Got to get this one. First down at the sideline. Slaughter is right there. Inside the green zone now. 2nd and 1. Christian Landry scrambling to the outside. Throws to the back of the end zone. And it is intercepted. And you guessed right. It is Trayvon Diggs. And that's the last nail in the coffin. This game is over. You had a chance, but you should not have made that throw. That was pretty bad. I mean, I guess Devontae Smith was kind of getting there, but you can't throw where already two defenders are waiting, and then a third one is crowding the room as Ezekiel Elliott is probably going to have a 92-yard touchdown, and the Cowboys pour it on late. This was a one-score game in the third quarter. or at the start of the fourth quarter, and now it's a 3-score game, and Landry missing throws left and right, nowhere to go. 4th down and 2. Landry incomplete, perfectly read by Say Bowen, and that game is definitely over now. That is an awful showing for the defense, but yeah, we are missing Mike Middleton badly. They get a field goal out of that last drive, and Landry is trying to reset, gets it away, and that's a catch for Devontae Smith. But this is garbage time now. Landry is 17 of 42. Are you kidding me? 1st and 10. Landry gets it away. 1-on-1. Devontae Smith, and he's got it inside the 5. And that's actually Mitch Slaughter and not Devontae Smith. Hauls it in there. Boxing out the corner, 1st and goal. Landry, wide open. Matt Upshaw, touchdown Eagles. But it does not matter anymore. This is a embarrassment. Now they're going for 2 to make it a 2-score game, but it won't really matter. Landry gets it away. It's caught. Doug Washington. And now it's a 16-point game. So I guess technically there is a chance, but only one timeout left for the Eagles, and they were not able to recover the onside kick, and that ends the game at a huge loss. And yeah, we had a shot, but the run defense was just not showing up today at all. And I guess the Cowboys are now back in the divisional race. Pretty awesome day for Ezekiel Elliott. 232 and 2 scores. That is ridiculous. Couldn't get the run going at all. I mean, we could get it going at times, but it was just we were down by so much for so long. I had to throw it. Devontae Smith 129, Casey Madden 104, Slaughter 100 and a dot. And yeah, Mike Middleton, he was missing. You could see it. Because, like, I mean, 28 points is not bad. It's bad for the Eagles standards. It's below average. But, dude, seriously. 44 points? What are you doing? The short week had probably its impact. Defense was gassed. You could see it. Ezekiel Elliott ran it 30 times, and he had over 7 yards a carry or something. So that is ridiculous. But at least we got the breakout, I guess. So there is something positive. Bobby Armstead has now star dev, getting 5,000 XP in the process. So there is something there. And we have another new injury, and this one is the one for Cam Robinson, and he's gonna miss 3 games after this one. So injuries start piling up. Although I guess Mike Middleton and Alonzo McFadden will be coming back for the next game. But I'm gonna go into run stopper here. Bobby Armstead. I think he's a lot more promising than anything that Clay Riley ever did. So I'd rather keep Bobby Armstead around than Clay Riley. And if I keep Bobby Armstead around as a run stopper and James Smith as a pass rusher, I have a perfect setup for defensive tackles. And that's why I'm gonna develop him into a good run stopper, I guess. He already has the baseline for it. And he has some power rushing ability too, and finesse moves are not horrible either, I guess. But that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Eagles franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.